right. Okay, guys and girls, I'm reading this box. I'm reading the side of this box. Say the same on both sides. And it says, Johnny Morris Bass Pro Shop, Cabela's. Bass Pro Cabela's. It says, your shed dog training, hunting adventure starts here. It really doesn't say that. It just says, your adventure starts here. BassPro.com, Cabela's.com. I ordered this from Bass Pro a few days ago, and it is and I haven't even opened it yet because I just wanted to share it with you. It is a shed hunting kit, shed dog hunting training kit. And it's supposed to have some antlers that are antlers that will not hurt the dog. I assume that they're styrofoam or made out of the same material that they make stuff, toys and stuff. And it's got scent that is, I'm assuming, going to smell just like antlers. And I've got Benelli out here with me, and I'm going to open this up and see if I can get Benelli to retrieve a little bit. Now, Benelli's been retrieving real good. To her, it's just a game. Oh, yeah. Don't want anything to blow away. And this is what's in here, a dog bone. Well, that's it, the whole thing. The whole kit is right here. The whole kit is right there. So I'm going to set this aside and hope that that stuff doesn't blow away. It's pretty windy out here today. That back there, maybe put that under that rope. Maybe that won't blow away. So this will not hurt. This is rubber. It's a pretty solid thing. It probably lasts forever. And here's what's in here. Shed dog training system. Teach your dog to retrieve shed antlers. Works with virtually any breed. I don't have any deal at all with this company, Dog Bone. I don't even know where they're located. Looks like they're in Pulaski, Wisconsin. More Outdoors is what it says, Pulaski, Wisconsin. And I just simply bought that from Bass Pro Shop. I ordered it through the mail, BassProShop.com. And I looked it up on their website, and they had more than one, several different ones. But this is one that looked good to me because it's got scent, antler scent. So these antlers, once we spray that on there, are going to smell like real antlers. And of course, when you're shed hunting with a dog, the dog's going to cover 10 or 15 or 20 times more than you are in the woods. Plus the fact that you're simply relying on being able to see some sheds laying on the ground. The dog can be able to smell them. The dog will be able to smell them. And you put scent on this and use this as a retrieve play toy and get her retrieving. It says, keep your training simple, condition antler shape with dog bone antler dummy. It's soft, familiar, same material as other dummies, and assures a positive first experience. Next, teach scent by adding dog bone antler scent to the antler dummy. 2-ounce antler scent included. I assume you can buy more of that probably at Bass Pro. Then replace a dummy antler with a real shed antler. Add antler scent for familiarity. Avoid a shed shy dog. Teach them with dog bone. And now, you know already that Benelli loves. Roland thinks I'm fishing. He's flying his helicopter over, checking me out. But you know that Benelli already loves deer antlers. She was with me when I found 3 or 4 already this year, and she just absolutely loves to play with them. I got a little shed in there I let her chew on. And they say, looky here what I got. Looky there. See her put her mouth on it right off the bat. And but they say not to ever let your dog chew on antlers, so I've already broken that rule, and I knew that rule because I saw it somewhere. So what we're going to do, we're going to try to get into this thing, and I'm going to throw it a few times and see if she'll fetch it. It's supposed to have a training booklet. I'm going to assume that that's going to be inside here somewhere. So I'm going to try to get into this thing if I can. She loves that noise. Look at her down there looking at me. She loves the noise thing making, so she probably would rather play with the package than play with the antler. But well, that's a knife. I got a knife to cut anything. All right, so we're about to get the shed out of here. And that's what the shed looks like, and it's soft, pliable, it's kind of rubber, and it's got a string here for, I guess, for throwing it. Or if you take that string, put it around your hand. Get a hold of it. Use that to throw it. Of course, that ought to throw just fine the way it is. Oh, she's got my knife. Come here, baby. Whoa. You're supposed to not be fetching knives. You didn't cut it to whatever you did, put your eye out or cut your ear off. If you cut your ear off, you'll have an ear to chew on. I bought her one of those pig ears to chew on the other day. And she chewed that thing completely up. I mean, that was a good deal there. And you see now, she wants to play with anything. It doesn't matter. She's going to play with that string, grab a hold of that string. Now, I'm not going to put any scent on it to begin with. I'm going to look at the book a little bit, but let's see right here. Looky there, baby. Looky here. Looky here. Hey, hey, hey. Fetch, fetch, fetch. Bring it here, bring it here, bring it here. Let's see what she does. She's going to play with it a little bit at first. Benelli, Benelli, bring it here. Come here, bring it here. Benelli, bring it here. Bring it here, Benelli. And of course, that's typical right there. Now, she usually will fetch about 10 or 12 times with something, a dummy, but now she's going to just play with that one, looks like. Benelli, come here. Benelli, bring it here. Benelli, come here, come. Fetch, bring it here, baby. Bring it here, Benelli. Bring it here, Benelli. Well, obviously, she's going to get used to an antler shape. Benelli, bring it here. Come here, baby. Bring it here. Benelli, bring it here. Benelli. Well, that went over like a lead balloon, didn't it? It's like a lot of my plans right there. It's kind of like feeding deer out of a bowl. That doesn't work out too good. Benelli, come here. Bring it here. Benelli, bring it here. Bring it here. Come here. Come. Come on, bring it over here. Come on, let's play fetch. Come on. She said, I'd rather play with it, boss. It's so much fun. It's so much fun to play with. And I don't think she can tear that up just between me and you. That's a hard rubber, and I just don't think she can tear it up. Bring it here. Benelli, bring it here. All right. That fetch it. Bring it here. Come on, bring it over here. Come on. Come on. I keep thinking she's going to bring it over. She'd rather play with it. All right, I'm going to get up and let's see if we can fetch. Let's see if we can fetch. Come here. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. Hey, fetch. See if she'll bring it back. Come here. Come here. Bring it back. Come on. Come on. Bring it back. Come on. Come on, baby. That a girl. Come here. Bring it here. Bring it here. Come here. Bring it here. Come here. Bring it here. Come here. Put it in my hand. Come here. Put it in my hand. Come here. Come here. Come here. Put it in my hand. You're just like people showing their kids off doing a trick. They'll do it all day long until they want to show the neighbors, and then they won't do it. Looky here. Hey, hey. Fetch. Fetch. Bring it here. Come on. Come on, Benelli. Bring it here. Come on, baby. Bring it here. Right here. Hey, hey, hey. Bring it over here to me. Come on, put it in my hand. Come here. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold. Hold it. Hold it. Okay, give. 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 You grab them right here and they give. Okay. Fetch. Bring it here. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Good girl. Come on. Bring it over here. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Bring it here. She usually will bring right to my hand, but that's a brand new fetch toy, and she's just enjoying the toy so much that she doesn't want to give it to me. Benelli, hey, let's try sitting. Hey, hey, sit, 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 sit. Here, fetch. Good girl. Bring it here. Come on, bring it back. Come on, bring it here. Come here, come here. Come on. Good girl. Bring it here. Good girl. Good girl. Fetch. Good girl. Bring it here. Come on, come on. Come on, hurry, hurry, hurry. It's just a game right now to her. It's just a game is all it is. It's just a game. Just a game right here is all it is. Come here. Bring it here, baby. Bring it here. Good girl. Good girl. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. That's it. Hold it. Hold it. Okay. Give. 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 Okay. Hey, 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 hey. Settle down. Settle down. Sit. Sit. Stay. Fetch. Bring it here, baby. Bring it here. Good girl. That's, you almost brought it right back to my hand. Come here, put it in my hand. Come here, put it in my hand. It's so much fun to play with, boss. That's it, girl. That's it, girl. That's it. Yeah, that's a good girl. That's a good baby. Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. Now, that's not going to hurt her, not going to put her eye out. Fetch, that's your last one. I'm going to finish this thing up. I want to go look at the book that's in it, too. Come on, bring it here. Come on. Come on, fetch. Bring it here. Good girl. Come here, right to me. Good girl. That's a good girl. Good baby, yeah. Good baby. All right, you can play with it. All right, the other thing I want to do before I end this little video, you can see what a natural retriever she is. it's just born in them to retrieve. I'm going to try to, if I can, pull this little book out and just look at it just a second and see what we're supposed to do with the dog bone scent. This is an antler scent. Now, most of you probably think, my gosh, I've never smelled an antler. I don't know if it smells like blood. You know, when they shed, they've got a little blood around where they shed. Or if it actually smells like antler. And then since it was a live antler that fell off in sometime in the not too distant past, maybe it maintains the scent for a long time. That I really don't know. Maybe it'll tell me some of that in this book. But I want to look at this just a little bit, just to share with you, in case you want to train one of your dogs. And these, I think I gave like $29 or $39 for this at Bass Pro Shop. I think it was maybe only 29 bucks. But it's a great toy for the deer. Even if you don't want to develop a shed dog, you can tell she loves it. She loves to take the string, pull it around already. She loves to play with it. She's just having a ball with it. To her, and if you look the picture on there, they got a picture of a black lab on there carrying that. That's actually carrying an actual shed right there. And the book is called How to Train Your Dog to Find and Retrieve Sheds by Jeremy Moore. And that's exactly what you want to do. And they got it. Looks like there's several steps in there. They've got the steps in how to train your dog to find and retrieve shed antlers by Jeremy Moore. And I won't read the deal, but said the first impression is from toss a real shed antler at your dog, especially if he or she has retriever instincts, will likely rush out and pick it up and bring it back. The problem is that relative to dummies, tennis balls, or game birds, a shed antler is hard, heavy, and pointy. Young pups especially have small, sensitive eyes, noses, muzzles, and mouths. When your pup is improperly introduced to the hard, heavy, pointed shed antler, first impression is one of pain, not gain. If you're lucky, your dog will drop the shed antler and move on to something else without injury. More than likely, as I've experienced myself, the dog will drop the shed, refuse to go near it again. Well, she loves sheds. I have a shed that she plays with, and I know that I've read before that they say never ever let your dog chew on an antler. Well, I've broken that rule. That's okay. And then he starts over here after that little introduction stuff, telling him stuff, and where you're introduce your antler shape by playing fetch with the retrieval dummy. Dog inherently wants to please you, and ultimate reward for any retriever is to retrieve. And you can see that she loves to go out and bring it back, go out and bring it back. Now, to her right now, at 8 weeks old, it's just a game. She's got a favorite dummy in the house. It's a little dummy I bought at Bass Pro, and it's kind of a little long doll-shaping looking little dummy, and she loves that more than anything else. Now, she'll fetch anything I throw out there, but that little dummy she really likes, and many times she'll do 10 or 15, maybe even 20 retrieves before she gets tired. And once she gets tired and starts just wanting to play with it and not bring it back, I let her do that. It's just a game to her now, but she doesn't realize she's learning, because every time I throw it, I say fetch. So pretty soon, she's going to know that when I say fetch, she needs to be looking for something out there. And I've also many times will have her sit and have her stay, but I don't do that every time. I'm not trying to teach her everything all at once. I do the sit and the stay in other situations. But you introduce your dog to the dummy. You want to make the first lesson into more of a fun game, which is what I'm talking about, than a job for your dog. Be sure to frequently praise your dog retrieving and training dummy. Just throw it out there and let her bring it in. Step 2 says introduce the element of scent by adding real antler scent. Your dog should now be conditioned shape and size. The next step is to add the dog bone and scent. Process of training, scent, discrimination. What is you want your dog to find by using their sense of smell. The only element you're changing in this step is adding scent to the dummy. You're still doing the same thing. You're doing the fetching with it. Now it smells like a real deer antler. Liberally cover your training dummy with dog bone antler scent. Well, obviously you'd put it on there liberally because he's selling the scent. That's all right. I'd surely buy it bigger ounces than 2 ounces. Oh, it says here also, this scent is made of actual pulverized antler and also contains trace amounts of deer blood and hair, which are often found on freshly dropped scents. Play fetch with your dog for several days using the scented antler. You see that? The camera threw the dummy out there. And she loves loving to play with it. Here. Fetch. Bring it here. Good girl. Bring it here. Come on over here. Come on. Bring it here. She said, can I play with it, boss? She's trying to get here with it. Come on, get it over here. Come on, bring it here. Bring it here, put it in my hand. She said, I'm trying, boss. I'm trying, boss. Fetch. Of course, they love to fetch, so this is a game to her that she really enjoys. Put it in my hand. Put it in my hand, that little girl. The good thing about this antler, it's kind of easy to get out of her mouth. Fetch, because they like to play tug of war with you. Bring it here, baby. Bring it here. Now, they'll get tired and finally just start playing with it, but to them, it's fun to bring it back. That's born into a retriever, and they love to bring it back. She's having a little hard time carrying it. The antler's about as big as her. You brought it almost back, baby. Almost back. All right. I'm just going to go through this with you real quick, just so you'll know. Step 3, replace the training dummy with a small or medium-sized shed antler. So after you've played fetch with your dog for several days or weeks using a scented dummy, and you can see they like to retrieve everything. Throw that out there, she'll retrieve that. They don't really care. Now, the only thing is she's got the scent deal in her. Here, come here, bring it here, bring it here. She's probably going to poke a hole in my scent bottle and I'll lose all my scent. Bring it here. Hey, take it away from her before she breaks that bottle. All righty, so let me go through this real quick just so you'll have it. After you've done this for several days or several weeks, you're going to want to replace, play fetch with your dog for several days or weeks using a scented antler. Replace the training dummy with a small or medium-sized shed antler and add the scent. Add the exact same scent to it. That's what you want to do next. And that's the way she's becoming used to scent, shape, both put together. The shape of a deer antler and the scent of a deer antler both put together. This means you'll replace the dog bone training dummy with a real antler. Try to find an antler that's comparable in size to the training dummy or even a bit smaller. I have no problem doing that. The idea is to change as little as possible from one step to another. So you're adding a comparable amount of dog bone antler scent to your real shed antler. Again, be sure to praise your dog. You notice every time she does something I like, I pet her, I tell her, good girl, good girl. She's learned what good girl means. She's learned what no is. Now, she gets a lot more no's, it seems like, than she does good girls because there's a lot of demon in that little angel. There's a lot of demon in that little angel. She's having a blast. She's just having a blast with that. Okay, step 4, take the antler fetching game into the woods and the fields, which we will probably do that relatively quickly because we got a lot of deer losing their antlers right now. We'll probably spend a lot of time in February actually trying to get her to find some. This is no different than your earlier obedience training. It's important to vary your training locations. Be sure that your dog will take and obey commands under all conditions. Start out training in a very controlled environment. Few distractions. Slowly move to different places. Remember, if your dog is able to find and retrieve sheds in your backyard, they'll certainly not be able to do it out in the woods. So you want to do that in your yard. Have her actually hunting for sheds. So it's like Easter eggs, I suppose. I'm going to assume it's like Easter eggs. You take the Easter eggs out there and you hide them, and you have your kids go find them. And so that's what we'll do. We'll just hide some dummies and have her do it. Probably even try to do some retrieves and blind retrieves with her where we got her looking. Step 5, change the game to find shed antlers. Next, instead of playing fetch and tossed antler, you're going to change the game to find the hidden antler. That's really what I was talking about. I kind of got ahead of the steps here. So you want to hide antlers and go out there and have her find those. Hide the same scented antler that you've been tossing in easy to find nearby places. Have your dog go out and look for the shed antler. And I like to talk to them with words that I repeat over and over. Like hunt the antler, hunt the shed, hunt the shed, hunt them, hunt the deer, hunt the deer, hunt the deer. Whatever you want to say. You can say about anything. You can say hit a home run because they don't know what a home run is. And if they find an antler out there that's hidden and they bring it up to you, you tell good girl, good girl, good girl. You hit a home run, hit a home run. And they will associate that with the fact that they're looking for shed antlers. All right, that's 5 steps right there. Most likely there'll be times that you see a shed antler before your dog does. When that time does, control your excitement, resist picking it up, turn this into a great opportunity and a lesson. So this is pretty much a pretty common sense type deal. Pretty much I would do most of that. I'll read every word of this and look it over a lot closer and make sure I'm trying to do as much as I can possibly right. And I know I'm doing something. I haven't seen anything here about not letting them chew on it. So maybe this is Jeremy Moore who wrote this. I might try to contact Jeremy Moore if I can. He's probably at 8614 Van Donick Road in Pulaski, Wisconsin. That's where the dog bone come from. It's got over here how to deal with a shed shy dog. And that's a dog that's probably picked up a shed and maybe it's poked it in the eye, is associated with pain rather than gain. Common questions that come up in training. Let's see what those common questions are. How do you keep your human scent off of the training dummy? And the simple answer is you don't, probably. Yeah, I don't get too worried about my scent on it. I wouldn't get too much training done. I'd find myself constantly washing my hands. So don't worry about that too much. When we train our shed dogs, we want to first introduce the shape and size of the antler. They'll see a lot of these, obviously, before they smell them. Dog bone antler, see it, Ron? Don't see. That's a whole 2 pages on that question, looks like. Question number 2, my dog picks up the dummy and antler when I throw it, but when it's just laying on the ground, they won't. Why? A likely reason because we're trying to make your dog, take your dog from step A to Z without going through A, B, C, D. So what we call it training memory, so you need to probably follow the directions that we put in here. We want to get our dog, we want them to retrieve dummies, a throwing dummy or a real antler, and then we want them to go find one. We've taken them from the initial step to the last step, so it's really important to go through all the steps, I believe. And I will read every word of this book more than once. I'm going to go back here in the back and see what Jeremy says at the end. You'll find your dog will find far more sheds than you'll ever find or could ever find before. Even know that there your dog covers much more ground than you can, and with your use of sight and smell, they'll quickly pick up on the sheds and would likely walk right by. And once they figure out that's what you want, that's the big deal. We have had Daisy and Beamer trained to not look twice at a deer or a turkey. They could walk right by and wouldn't even turn their head. We had them trained, we called them stinkies, had them trained to stay away from skunks. Now, that didn't happen without them getting sprayed a time or two, but we got onto them real bad about it, and we got to where we can stop rattlesnakes and copperheads. We have a lot of rattlesnakes and copperheads. We give our dogs snake shots. This little puppy here loves to get under this porch. Snakes love to get under this deck also, so we will give her a snake shot as soon as she's old enough to get it, where maybe if a snake bites her, and they'll usually bite them up around the neck and the head area. A rattlesnake bite could kill her very, very easily. Copperhead, probably not. Probably would make her very sick. But so you can train dogs to not chase deer, to not even look twice at a deer. And yet those same dogs will attack a raccoon or an armadillo or a wild pig or whatever you want them to get. They will, they'll run right by a wild deer and fetch a quail or a dove or a pheasant or a duck, whatever. So you can train the good things and the bad things. You just have to make sure that you teach them what's bad that they want to stay away from. And we could get out with a big rattlesnake crawling across the road, get out of the mule to catch that snake and tell our dog, no, stay away from it. And what do you want, baby? What do you want? And they would. Hi, baby doll. Hi, baby. That's my girl. You little demon. You little demon. You got my hands all cut up with your sharp teeth. You're going to get over here and lay down, take a nap probably after all that fetching. But you teach your dog the good stuff, teach your dog the bad stuff. Labs are extremely smart. A lot of dog species are extremely smart. Some are not. Labs are one of the smartest dogs out there. You can teach them to do about anything you want. I recommend, I read the book Water Dog years and years and years ago, probably 40, 50 years ago, and that book had been out for a long time. It's a great training book for training labs. Even little books just like this that Jeremy Moore wrote about shed hunting. Most of this is common sense. Any pretty good dog guy can figure it out. But you pick up those 1 or 2 little sentences in there, and like I said, I'll keep this book. I'll read it several times, and we hopefully, Benelli will find me a lot of sheds that I would never ever see. Because when we go for a walk in the woods, Beamer or Daisy would run 10, 15, 20 times more than I can. Plus, they've got eyesight that's probably better than mine. Nah, I don't know about that. I got 20/20 in one eye, 20/15 in the other. Better than 20/20. So, but I can't smell a deer antler. Cannot smell a deer antler, promise you. And so they will probably find a lot of sheds that I would never even begin to find. So anyway, if you got a shed dog, and I don't know how old a dog can be and you're still shed training, my guess is if that dog will retrieve for you, it could probably be 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, and you can teach them to be a shed dog. One of the things that I've learned and heard and been told about shed dogs is that it doesn't matter what breed of dog it is. If that dog will retrieve for you, and most breeds of dog will, because it's game. It's fun to them. Labradors is sort of bred into it. But if they will retrieve for you, you can make a shed dog out of them. So we'll see how this works. We may have Benelli, a great shed dog, or we may have a total failure. Guys and girls, remember, I surely love you.